Okay, let's talk about chapter 32, which is the probably one of the most important chapters, which is the point where I went from 80,000 to 14 plus million monthly views in 3 months. Back in December 2018, as I mentioned, this was like a major shift for me and my blog. I had been using Pinterest for about 2 years, really studying it, focusing my attention on it, but really wasn't getting anywhere extreme with it traffic-wise. I was honestly stuck with my follower count around 4,000 or thereabouts, and I was growing, but maybe by only like 3 people a day, which, as you know, is about like just over 1,000 per year. And so that would take a long time to grow an account to something huge. I was pinning regularly. I uploaded my blog content. I was pinning great materials, and I was growing my email list just fine. But my traffic wasn't where I knew it could be. You hear all these bloggers talking about, like, you know, how I got 250,000 page views in 1 month. But then you go to their Pinterest account, and then, you know, they're dormant. Like, maybe that was only for 1 month when they had like one pin. Well, how do you get amplification and sustain it? How do you get to the top? How do you get to like 10 million? How do you get people to stick around and come back? How do you get the conversion? How do you get more people? How do you get more traffic? And that was the question that I was trying to answer, because there were so many quote-unquote experts talking and teaching about Pinterest, even offering like free Pinterest courses that all had the same ambiguous advice. Seems like everybody has a Pinterest course out there, but none of them had attained this level. None of them were able to speak to amplification because they had never actually done it. None of them had ever reached 10 million. So that was the question I wanted to answer. How do you amplify? Don't get me wrong, Pinterest at any level of traffic is going to be helpful, but what if you really wanted to rock your blog and start having those conversations with your hosting provider, like, I need to upgrade my server, I'm running out of resources, you know, I don't want to crash my site. Those are the conversations that you want to have. And honestly, back in Thanksgiving 2018, I was having a crisis. Like, was I going to be just another blogger with a little traffic and a few loyal followers forever? I was like, ugh, you know? I was beyond frustrated, honestly. I had given a lot of attention to this platform and had a good steady income, good amount of followers. You know, email newsletter was growing, so that was all good. But one thing was missing, and that was the traffic that a blogger with that size of an email list should have. So for a few moments, I felt kind of pathetic. I had been working with Pinterest for so long, and yes, it had rewarded me with so much, but why was my blog so lacking in heavy traffic and instead just getting mediocre traffic? And that was the question I finally figured out.